Hey there, welcome back to Sophie's English podcast. So good to have you here. Got your coffee? Or maybe you're on the train, walking the dog, folding laundry, whatever you're doing, thanks for taking me with you. Okay, real talk. Have you ever wanted to start a conversation in English but just didn't know how? Maybe your brain went totally blank. Like, what do I say? How do I even start? Yeah, been there. Especially when you're trying to be friendly or polite, but you don't want to sound weird or like a robot. Well, guess what? You don't need perfect grammar or long sentences to start a real conversation. You just need questions. That's it. Today, we're diving into the magic of asking questions, how they help you sound natural, confident, and actually keep the conversation going. So, let's start with this. Think about the last time you talked to someone in English. Who did most of the talking? You or them? And did it ever feel a little awkward? Like silence, then small talk, then more silence? Here's the thing. Questions are your superpower. They show interest, they open doors, and they give the other person something to work with. And no, we're not talking about grammar-heavy stuff like, whom do you regard as your closest confidant? We're talking real, useful, everyday English, the kind people actually say. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you meet someone new at work or at a party. You could say, "Where are you from?" Super simple, right? But it works. It's friendly, it's natural, and it gets the ball rolling. Now imagine they say, "I'm from Brazil." Boom, you've got something to work with. You can follow up with, "Oh, cool. I've always wanted to go. What's your favorite thing about living there?" See? That's not just small talk. That's starting a real conversation. Here's another one. Imagine you're at a cafe and you see someone reading a book you like. Instead of just smiling and looking away, try this. "Hey, is that book good? I've seen it everywhere." That question is casual, curious, and friendly. And if they say, "Yeah, it's amazing," now you're talking. And honestly, people love talking about themselves, especially when they feel someone is actually listening. So when you ask something like, "How did you get into that?" Or, "What made you choose that job?" You're not just being polite, you're showing real interest. That's how friendships start. That's how confidence grows. Let me tell you something that helped me a lot. When I was learning French, I realized I didn't need to say a lot. I just needed to ask the right question, and then listen. So I'd ask, "What do you usually eat for lunch? Where do you go on weekends?" And they would talk, and I'd just smile and nod and learn so much. Try this. Imagine your coworker walks in looking super tired. What could you say? Maybe, "Long night?" That's a question, but also a connection. Or if your classmate looks excited, "You look happy, what's up?" Again, easy, natural, and it makes people feel seen. Now, let's say you're traveling. You're in a taxi. What can you ask? "How long have you been driving?" Or, "Is it always this busy around here?" Simple questions, but they turn silence into conversation. At a restaurant, you could ask the server, "What do you recommend?" Or, "What's the most popular dish?" You don't need a full script. You just need curiosity. And sometimes just repeating a word can be a question. Someone says, "I just moved here." You go, "Moved?" Your tone does all the work. It's like saying, "Oh, really? Tell me more." Here's one that always helps me. When you don't know what to say, try, "Really? No way." Why's that? They keep the energy going and they make you sound interested. Because you are. Okay, quick quiz for you. Ready? Someone says, "I'm learning Spanish." What could you ask? Think about it. How about, why Spanish? How's it going so far? Do you take classes or just learn online? See how one sentence can lead to 5 more? And don't worry if your grammar isn't perfect. Honestly, no one cares. People care that you're trying, that you're interested, that you're present. That matters so much more than whether you say did or have done. Now, imagine this. You're at a company event and everyone's chatting. You're standing there with your drink. Instead of waiting, try, "So, how do you know everyone here?" That question works everywhere. Parties, weddings, conferences, it's a lifesaver. Even better, ask something about what's happening around you. "This music is loud, huh? Do you like this band?" Or, "The food's great. Have you tried the pasta?" Real conversations start with real curiosity. That's it. No magic words, no secret formula. Just notice something, feel something, ask something. And here's something fun to try. Next time you're watching a TV show or movie in English, hit pause. What question could you ask the character? It trains your brain to think in questions. Like, why did he say that? Where's she going? It's a simple way to practice, even when you're alone. Before we wrap up, I've got a tiny challenge for you. Today, or whenever your next English moment comes, try to ask one real question. Just one. Doesn't have to be deep, doesn't have to be long. It could be, "What's that? How do you use this? Where did you get it?" That's your mission. You in? All right, my friend. That's it for today. You've got the tools. Now, go use them. Ask something. Start something. You might be surprised where it leads. Thanks for hanging out with me. And hey, if you liked this episode, why not send it to a friend who's learning English too? More fun together, right? I'll catch you next time. Until then, keep asking, keep learning, and keep going. You've got this. Bye for now.